Hoi hoi! We finally back! And hey Soso! Thank you for the GG sound alert. How are you doing? Feeling better now? Ah, okay, it's a question towards me. I still have coughing. Ah. But yeah, I mean, I didn't take a break because of my health situation. Cough, cough. Yep. We have a few new event quests, which basically shows I haven't played, really. Anyway, yeah, I was taking a break because I was in need of the time to study. And yeah, I have not done a lot. You also need to play this game? I see. Alright, add-on content. Let's get this. All the best with study. Thank you, thank you. The thing is, how do you say that in English? Normally you can just do a course and then do an exam. But for some courses, you need like to do some work beforehand, which gets not really like graded, but you need to do a specific percentage of that to be allowed to do the exam. So while I'm not doing the exam now, I wanted to, but even though I was studying a lot, it wasn't enough in that very short time frame. So yeah, but at least I got the necessary percentage to like be allowed to take the exam in the future, so that's good. But yeah, I did not feel like comfortable with doing the exam now, but I will try and figure out how I can do like consistent studying and streaming. And of course, I still have my work, so yeah. Let's go! Streams are back! Hey, Schlins! Oh no! What? Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, even though I did not write the exam now, I can take the exam like later. Sadly, that would be like in half a year, but it is what it is, so yeah. It doesn't really sound like streams are back from what little bit I just heard. The thing is, Schlins, that I need to finally get some decent progress. And to get that progress, it's not enough to just study 2 to 4 weeks and then be done with it. I need more continuously done study. So I need to figure out how to get the consistency going and somehow fit in streams. I mean, YouTube is already like a little bit slowing down because I'm playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate there and I'm doing hunting sessions, which are very scarcely, let's say it. So yeah. But I definitely like don't want to cut streaming completely. Oh. By the way, I actually set this up. I actually set this up and then I started talking, but forgot that I set the camera actually up. Let's see. Event quests. And Astalos? What do we get? I shall reward you with an outfit that rivals the elegance of my own. Okay, okay. By the way, I don't know if you saw anything about the pre-title update 2. I have avoided as much spoiler as I could. I did get spoiled a little bit, but I think not too much, I hope. So yeah, please, no spoiler. I don't want to know. I saw a few pictures, so yeah. But other than that, yeah. Must research. Okay, okay, but what do I get from this? But you've seen the date? No, I actually have not seen the date. That is one of the things I am missing. But the date you can say. That is completely fine. Oh no, but in Garangal. You want to know? Yes. The date is fine. 29th? Next week? Ooh. How about no? What do we get from this? Need to hunt them both before the situation takes a turn for the worse. Ah, great. But 29th is cool. Really, really cool. It is soonish. The thing is... Actually, I was like... thinking about streaming today Dead by Daylight. And I really like want to play more of Dead by Daylight as well. But at the moment, Dead by Daylight seems to have quite the problem with cheaters. And it's exhausting. I'm watching like other streamers and you sometimes can't tell if they're just playing good or if they're using just minor cheats. I mean, of course, there are those who are like going over the top, where you can clearly see like, yep, they're teleporting, they're insta-healing, they are doing this or that, which leaves no doubt that they're cheating. But there's also like... they feel a little bit faster, just a tiny little bit, but you don't know if they are just running the tile good and you are doing it badly. Or some other weird things, and I don't know. It's really, really rough. Oh, and even though I'm like not a big streamer and like I wouldn't get like specifically targeted by them, which normally are those who like go over the top, it seems to be kind of normal to get cheater quite frequently at the moment. I'm a little bit down in that regard. And I wish it was not the case that there would be a better measure against that in place. But it's really, really hard. Okay, let's check our item box because I have not played and I don't know what I have in here. Oh, I apparently used a lot of potions. I wonder what I thought. Lagoon. I have 7 stamps? I thought I have like 2 at most from the second request completion reward. I really have 150 of these coins? Can't imagine that. But well, game wouldn't lie, right? Damn, that sucks. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Oh, it's an arena. Yeah, I totally knew that. Oops. Wanted to take that. Yeah, I paid attention. Why does it... Auto-aim. Astalos is also cheating. Nope. Feels so weird to play something action-oriented. Again. Nice blue hair. Thank you. But yeah, it's not like I'm like doing something with my hair. It's just that I dyed it purple and the purple is washing itself out. Or like the red part of the purple, so the blue part remains. At least it looks nice. Yeah. It actually gives me like an excuse to not instantly re-dye. I can be lazy a little bit. Hey Hikaru, Hibiki. How are you doing? Welcome. Now imagine the blue part fade off and will be red. Oh. Yep, I totally saw that coming. Ah, Astalos still looks so nice in this game. Can I join the lobby? No. Sorry. At the moment I'm just playing alone. Oh, come on. Astalos, be kind. Also, you put your wing before your head. It's not kind. Give me red. That hurts. I feel I missed like such a tiny bit, it hurts. It would be really cool if hair color would be like some fluid system, but sadly it's not. True, I remember there is still an option I have not activated, which I should. Auto riding off. I tend to forget about really? Okay, okay. That nearly threw some mounting damage. Well, Cat, at least you are hitting your stuff. If I'm missing, you are hitting. At least someone. I don't know, when was I last playing Monster Hunter? Is it now 3 weeks ago? I think so. Such a long time. And I'm happy that Astalos seems to be kind of small and not too rampaging. Can work with that. I saw that tail sweep this time. In between, I played actually a little bit 3 Ultimate. And holy moly, I did so bad. Oh. Uh-oh. I was fighting Duramboros, and it took so long. Which reminds me, I actually wanted to take a look if Duramboros has like really high HP. Because it felt like I was like needing so much time. I nearly run out. I don't know where I hit the God Red, but sometimes Kinsec doesn't make sense. That is such a snipe. Oh, I kinda hoped I would get the launch back into the air. expected to get a very, very late launch backup, so... Come on! Astala, you mean. Also, we need to sharpen. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. I get it. Oops. Yep. I definitely wanted to do that. There was still something to be broken. Small size updated. I kind of felt like it was a small one. True, I also think I saw a video of someone playing against a Diablo or something, and the end camera was gone. Hey Ziki! How are you doing? I hope good. Oh, webcam. Yeah. Fancy, yeah. I haven't had a webcam in quite a while. Because I had my nose injured and it sucked. And also I was all the time coughing. I mean, I'm still coughing, but it's not that bad. So I thought it's alright to get on the camera. Oh, right, foreign drawings. And Astalos gave us a present. Just when she says not coughing, yeah, not so badly, at least. You look good. You are healthy, all good. You are coughing? Don't worry. You look like you are fine. Did you watch Cyberpunk anime? No. Leon layered armor set. Whatever it is, we are going to have a look. I actually also haven't played Cyberpunk, nor am I planning to do so. Just not really my type of game. Alright, Smithy. Oh, special. No. Layered ammo. Oh, we have a few. Please let it be special. Yeah, the special. Oh. That doesn't look too shabby. I kind of like the head. Okay. Need more points. I'm gonna play Cyberpunk now. Anime got me interested. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a lot about Cyberpunk, but what I've seen from other people, I don't think it's a game I would enjoy. I mean, maybe it will come someday. available in PlayStation Plus. If it does, then I might take a look, but otherwise, definitely not. You probably would enjoy Soulframe. What is Soulframe? Let's do a quick, I'm gonna ask Google. Soulframe. Is it going to be a new game? But I do get some stuff about the game, but funny enough, I also get some other info. Soulframe was an Australian rock band formed on Gold Coast, Queensland in 1998. Okay, I think that's not what was meant. Yeah, is Soulframe connected to Warframe? I see. The important question. Alright, apparently no shooting, but fantasy MMO. I'm not too much into MMO. MMOs, I have quite a huge story with them. Back then, when I think I was 12, and World of Warcraft got announced. And back then, you still had those computer magazines where they are like, hey, I'm giving you infos about this upcoming game and this upcoming game. And I was consuming everything about World of Warcraft. And I also like already created what I wanted to play and be and like class, race, and yeah. But since it was a subscription-based MMO, I never really got to play it. Because my parents were poor. And they just said no. So it always just was a dream. And then later, I got introduced by a friend to Dream of Mirror Online, which is more a little bit into like the anime direction. And what appealed to me about that game was you had only to decide on your race you wanted to play. And after that, you just had to do like, at level 10, you had to do like an class test or class quest or something. And then you could unlock every class in the game and switch as often as you'd like. There was no like penalty to do so. You could just go to a specific NPC and be like, now I want to be a warrior, now I want to be a hunter, now I want to be a doctor. And it was so cool. And additionally to that, you were able to... Oops, wrong button. On top of that, you were able to like get some active and passive skills from other jobs to the job you're currently playing. They were called jobs in that game, I think, and not classes, but basically it's the same. Which was really neat, and I played it a lot, but then they shut the service down. Another trauma. And then I haven't had, like, really an MMO I played. And after that I got really invested into Vindictus. And Vindictus was my MMO game I was, like, going to if I wanted to play something. it wasn't too long that I got addicted and depressive and whatnot. I had a huge depression phase where I was basically just sleeping, waking up, eating that eating that game, playing that game, eating something in between, and then playing further and sleep. There was nothing more in my life than that. Alright, we do not have an Angela, so sucks to be me. Hey Yuki, your hair looks like it wants a nice purple recolor. You're not wrong about that. Wait, what game? League? No, not League. Vindictus. I really was kind of obsessed with that game, and I was, it was rough. Cake fucking W. Yeah, Kipi's League addiction is a classic. Well, I hear depression and mine goes to League. Well, that connection is not too, like, far off, but yeah. I remember Vindictus. Wow. But yeah, it was really... I am pushing the wrong buttons. I haven't played this in too long. Yeah. Best way to get back into the game, do that. Heck no. This time it was the correct button, by the way. Yeah, I remember you playing that. I checked it out once because I wanted to know what it was exactly. Yeah, I think it's still, like, somewhat living, but they shut down the EU service at some point, and if you wanted to, you had then to connect your account to Steam and whatnot, and I don't know. It was really weird. But yeah, I haven't played back then still. Well, New World is also kind of living, just like... WoW. Were you playing in 2010? I don't know, when was Vindictus releasing? Wasn't it like a little bit later? World of Warcraft, I mean? Yeah. 21st January 2010. Really? Vindictus was that year? But yeah, I think it was still... I mean, I still... I already, like, was in the city Well then, I played it roughly for 4 years then. Because I'm pretty sure I played it from nearly the start. I think I gave it a try back then with a friend. When it just came out. And I wasn't, like, too invested in it at first. And then I took a little break and then I came back later. And then I was lost. Deadly Wild Rift is 100 times better in its mechanics and possibilities than League itself. Oh, I gotta say, I have no idea. Oh, what? Okay. Wild Rift is a mobile version, right? I was just somehow thinking Wild Rift is the Riot MMO, but then I was like, wait a second. I have no idea how the Riot MMO is called, but Wild Rift, I know that name. Project L next year. I have no idea. It has private profiles, a legendary queue for Gold Plus, where you only see temp names and nothing else. Imagine that for League. Wow. Hey! You actually have that in Dead by Daylight now as well. Wrong button! I don't want to do this quest, but let's do this quest. Imagine that for streamers. Yeah, primarily they added it in Dead by Daylight because of streamers. Poor League streamers still ghosted to death till this day. Meanwhile, Valorant has a streamer mode. Wild Rift would probably make more money than League soon. Interesting. I gotta say, I have no idea in that. In that area, I haven't played League in ages, and even when I was playing League, I was mostly playing Era. Yuki probably will laugh because Yuki knows I have like, I don't know, 2,500 to 3,000 ARAM games. What kind of games you like, Kipi? Monster Hunter. Yeah. It actually depends. Like, I like action RPGs, which I would consider stuff like Neo or Neo 2. Then Elden Ring was fun. Dark Souls is also mostly fun. Then I also like stuff like Stardew Valley. People run it down in AFK, go races and everything and fucking everything. By the way, I saw, do they really add a freaking ranked mode in ARAM? Can you queue for ranked in freaking ARAM? Like, how does that look like? No? Okay. I hope it was a joke. Because I don't know. Also, inting in ARAM was kind of common back when I played as well, to be fair. Because it just had to be like... They weren't getting the champ they wanted. They either leave the queue, which was nice if they did, because then you weren't stuck with them, or they just went into the match and inted because they didn't get the champion they wanted. But they thought champion-specific buffs/nerfs were a good concept. Trust me, it's not. What? How do I see that? I know it's not the toxicity you encounter nowadays, trust. Sad story. Very sad story. So... Genshin anime is coming? Holy. I'm not sure what to expect from that. By studios behind Demon Slayer. Okay, that could have a point then. Like an ARAM, most ranged champions do 10% less overall damage and receive 10% overall more damage. Well, it's the other way around from melees. Oh, let me guess. Some brooders are going to have the best of their lives. Because some brooders weren't already strong enough. Gotta be right back, kitchen. Sure thing. I'm still thinking about some other games I like. It shouldn't be so hard, but it actually really always is when I'm getting asked. I never know what to say. Some indie games are good. Like Death of Door. Oh yeah, I played Death of Door and I liked it. Death of Door was fun. No. Yeah. This looks like a huge one. Like a really huge one. And I don't like huge monsters. Which has nothing to do with their size necessarily, but more like because of their hitbox, which basically goes back to their size again, but yeah. Oh. Yep. Can say just went past. I like the next Assassin's Creed project, Mirage. I don't know really a lot about it. I only know I played the first Assassin's Creed game and already haven't like never finished that one. And I have played like another Assassin's Creed which was on the PSP. But other than that, I really haven't played any Assassin's Creed since. Oh. I don't like this monster. Okay, went good, went good. Also, next Plague Tale coming this October. Oh, I see. Plague Tale had an interesting concept, actually. I haven't played it myself, but definitely interesting concept. I would be able to play it, actually, though. Hey! Because I think it was part of PlayStation Plus at some point. But yeah, I really liked also like watching other people play it. Epic Games also gave it free. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Epic Games. I don't think I have played a game there. Was, by the way, really sad that Darkest Dungeon 2 is pre-release only available for Epic. I would have liked to give it a try. But yeah. Alright, loot time. Sorry, what game? Darkest Dungeon 2. Like, it's not fully out yet, but you are able to like play it on Epic's door already. Wait, was it? Yeah, it was. Hello, Fire Beetle! You wanna join me? Ah, I thought I had the timing done. Okay, lucky. You are clapping a lot. Weak already, nice. That went faster than I thought it would. You ever played any Persona game? Actually, no. I know they are like received very well, but I am unsure. Oh, really? I dodged. But I'm unsure if I would like them. Oh, come on, why are you now here? I need to loot this guy. Oh. Ah, Hellcorn, perfect. Alright, let's see if we are allowed to loot. What an Oktoberfest t-shirt today? What is an Oktoberfest t-shirt? I know the Oktoberfest, but what the fuck? Can I please? Okay, I cannot. I'm going to die for looting this. Ooh, okay. Now... Oh, I need buffs. I was like, now we can fight, but no, I need buffs. Alright, Somnacant. I know you're the Aurora canned ice version, but I don't care. Hitting is not my fortitude. I actually want to issue a former complaint with Garangolm. Because he is in the way. I do not approve it. At least that felt like I dodged it. Might have been just out of range, but I just like to assume I got the dodge perfectly correct. No, don't run away. Lucky life. Lucky life. Lucky life. Where? Where? Found you. Don't fly away. Good. Lovely when collecting nectar goes so smooth. Too bad it was the hard part. Yep, I sense I can take into nowhere. Perfect. Alright, I'm done with work now. What did I miss? Not a lot, not a lot. I haven't really hunted a lot. We were mostly like talking about upcoming games that I like, and Ziki has apparently an Oktoberfest shirt. I guess the most interesting part of the hunt you missed is like the Garangolm part of this part when it died, and then the freaking Aurora Khan came up and were like, "Oh, you want to loot the corpse? Hey, hello! I'm here and I'm going to make your life hell if you want to loot it, and I'm nearly killing you." Oh yeah, I guess it was like most of the action, I guess. Nice, never got the appeal of Oktoberfest myself, but a lot of people here like it. True that. I also don't think I would ever like visit it, just because I know how stupidly expensive it is. Dirndl. Yeah, I can't really wear a dirndl because I'm lacking the appropriate chest size. But it's not the worst, actually. I think dirndls are actually kind of nice and cute. I kind of like them. Better than leather pants for men. They're so ridiculous. But yeah, it's tradition and... No! Don't run away! Why do they always run away? Not nice. We do a little bit of trolling. Some can, probably. Indeed. Beer is expensive AF and I hate dressing up just to get drunk. Don't like hashing. Fushing. Either. Yeah, I feel you, I feel you. I mean, I'm in the region we are living, it is kinda like a big deal. But I never going to understand that, I guess. But to be fair, I'm not born here, so I have an excuse, I guess. But yeah, for like Oktoberfest, it's already also so weird that like they have to copy that. They are copying that Oktoberfest thingy and they're like doing it in other cities as well, and I don't know. I mean, I kinda can understand the sentiment. On the other hand, I feel like... Come on. Do you really have to do that? Like, I don't know, like a few years ago, I got asked if I wanted to join some friends. What country were you born in? No. I am born in Germany, but we have... how it's called? Not really... It's not called different states, I think. But we have like 16 different regions. And nearly every region has its quirks. Like Oktoberfest is in Bayern. And Fasching, I think is... Is it Fasching or is it called different? It's very big in North Rhine-Westphalia, where I live. Then tea ceremonies are very huge in East Frisia. That's where I was born. So yeah, I am German, but yeah, different regions in German have like different things to be known for. Provinces, I think. Yeah, provinces. I think that could fit, yeah. We aren't even close to copying the real Oktoberfest, I think. In Bavaria, it's more like a week plus of straight drinking. Oof. No idea. Oh, true. I forgot about the meldings. Steadiness flinch-free. Looks like me. Not. Hooray, could be interesting. Federal states. They have Oktoberfest clone in China too. Oh. I see. I don't know. Federal state? That is... so many words. So many words. I have no idea. In German, they are called Bundesländer. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take all, but it was not a good haul. Well, guess since we are a federal republic, you could say that, yeah. I'm gonna ask. Alright. State, federal state, or province. At least in the UK English. I'm not gonna look now for the other one. I know Bundesliga or Bundesliga. Yeah, that's for football or rather soccer. Of course I can. I googled what it is in English. We smart. We smart, I see. Me no American, it's football. I don't know. Are they calling it in American? Like soccer? I thought soccer was a British English term. And they just say football and American football in America. I could be wrong though. Sometimes American and British English are confusing, like for real. Also, I still don't know what I got from that quest. Was it a quest you did get something from? Oh, I should have paid attention. I forgot that I wanted to like... Okay, nothing here. Base commander. I think this has nothing to do with that. Yeah. This looks interesting though. Somewhere is Zoom. Apparently not. I need to Shagaru Magala Light Wings. No, I think Americans call it soccer, football. There is a Super Bowl thing. Yeah, know about sports. How could you tell? Yeah, I know they have like the Super Bowl and actually like that's already like over 10 years ago. I had like people around me, they were like, oh, I'm gonna stay awake all night because of the Super Bowl. And I'm like, yeah. It's like rugby there for... Yeah, I know, but... But alright. You are correct here. Stupid sport to get injured. Yep, definitely. Didn't know we were talking about skiing. Lol. Oh. Alright, anything else new here? I kind of don't feel like going through all the freaking weapons. Because there's only literally one weapon tree, which is important. True, I haven't done a lot of follower quests. Oh. We don't want to hunt Magna Malo. But it's literally the last follower quest I have here. I don't know if there's anything beyond that, but... I don't think the other two event quests give you something new. If I recall correctly, it's just the first one. Shame! But okay. I kinda also am not feeling like doing the silver Rapalots and gold Raytheon Forlorn Arena quest alone, if I'm being honest. So yeah, let's yeah, it's kind of funny. You were missing each other by now. Shlin said hello and went back to work. Then Yuki said hello. Then Yuki went away, and then Shlins came back. Ah. I forgot about the quest, and I also forgot about. Oh. Okay. We are probably just the same person. No. All right. No options. Game controls. Or was it something I cannot change during quest, only outside of quest? Something? Oh, was there? Maybe. Okay. Oh, was it here? What if controls? Oh, by the way, Yuki. Transition to wall running. It's now an option to turn off. I don't know if I mentioned that before already at some point, but yeah. A very reasonable explanation. Ah. I'm not so sure about that. I'm a busy bee. And it's not like Keepy is on every day. Is it? Oh yeah. Alright. You cannot do this during a quest! It really was that! I'm going to forget outside of the quest anyway again! Please, let me change it during a freaking quest! Capcom actually having some brain cells, amazing. Yeah! You better be amazed. Also, I totally didn't not... I was not mentally prepared to like it being Fugen. For some reason I thought it was like the commander from El Dorado, or how it's called? Eldora? I don't know. How's that? City called? I'm good with names, okay? Oh, guys, don't mock me. Alright, both Magna Mallow are in the same spot. Time to intervene, right? Yeah, I get it. I should have never said anything. Kippy is like, fuck you. Yes! Oh. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I guess I am finally getting a gold crown with this. Like a large gold crown. Just glaring over chat, yep. I kind of feel like going first for the big one, because the big one is going to be pain in the ass. Big monsters are so hard to deal with. Ooh, small boy. Yep, small boy and big boy. Okay. Leave both, I guess. Alright, Vicky. Have a wonderful lurk, and thanks for being here and the conversation. People leave. No, it is huge boy, okay. That small monster is like, nope. Okay, good. Okay. Nice. Gotcha. I forget about that. Yep, I wanted to go into the air. Thank you, game. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Yuki, I don't know how like often you are on Steam or something, but now it would be nice if I remembered actually the game. I was about to say nope. Ring. Just casually walking worked. Let's see, can I open Steam? Yeah, I can. Now I'm not seeing anything anymore. I would have been surprised if I had. Core Keeper. Core Keeper had a few updates. Alright then. I hate the grab mid-air. I mean, not that we were very far to begin with, but yeah. I don't know why, but I somehow forgot about that game. And then it was like, hey, I want an update. And I was like, oh, true, that game exists. So you got the game, Yuki? How is it? Thought about trying it, but it looks kind of thin content-wise. We were playing it together, if you mean Core Keeper. And I actually have no idea how big the content is, because we like had only like one game session basically. And yeah, I remember a colleague of mine was spoiling a tactic for one of the bosses we already did. And I was like, why you did that? And he was like, yeah, you killed it anyway already, so what's the big deal? And I'm like, yes, and what if I want to like kill it again and figure out a different tactic? Oh, it was so sad. Ouch! Probably should heal again. Game gets continuous updates, especially when it's on sale. I'd say it's definitely worth a buy. Yep. I need red. There we go. We're doing some weird backflips here. Or whatever they are. I was about to roll back, but yeah. Not fast enough. Ooh. Guard the face. Thank you that you went for Fugen. Oh, wait. I think it's a different ailment than I thought. I thought it was water ailment, but I think it was thunder. On that regard, I should have attacked not the tail, but the... Sure! I do not agree. But I guess Magnamaro doesn't care. Go play Opus Magnum. Ah! What about no? That was a little bit anticlimactic. Running and not falling over. I don't know what Fugen did or any of the pets, but that was a little letdown here. The fight continues. Wait. When did the tail come off? I do not remember that the tail was done. I mean, I take it. No complaints here, but just wondering. DRG. Deep Rock Galactic. Dwarf plus Left 4 Dead? Nani? That sounds unhealthy. What? Don't leave! Mega Mallow! Why you do this? I just want to fight. It always looked shitty. So does Digimon. The insults. How dare you say something against Digimon? But yeah, I mean, the games do not look premium. I don't know. That game would already be like out for me just because it has Galactic in its name. And I tend to hate on all space stuff. So same for you with Digimon? Interesting. Well, I gotta say, Digimon had the only fighting game I ever really played. And will play, I guess. Digimon Rumble Arena was the shit. Couldn't even get myself to play Starbound. And that means a lot. Digimon Rumble Arena? Digimon fighting game? Oh yeah. And the one for the Game Boy. I have tried it on an emulator somewhen, but I never got really warm with that. Also not Digimon Rumble Arena 2. But Digimon Rumble Arena 1, that was the shit. I had a childhood friend I could never win against in any like fighting game. Or actually a lot of games we were competing. In like Pokemon cards game, we were like on the same level, and it was like pretty much 50-50. And can I do something? But in Digimon Rumble Arena, I legit lost only one time against my childhood friend. Only one time. That was awesome. Melee is one hell of a comparison for platform fighter pause change. Pause champ, sorry. I kinda am a little bit curious. Wasn't this Magna Mallow like... Why does the freaking grab of his always land? Always. Always. Oops, I do not agree. Did I switch target in between? I really thought I was fighting the big one, but the active one is not low on health. I'm very confused. Digimon Run Arena on PS2 was the fucking shit. PlayStation 1, please. Digimon Battle Spirits, I think it was on the Game Boy. I've played it a lot as a kid. I loved that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I tried to get into because I liked Rumble Arena so much. But I just couldn't. And of course, I was a Renamon main. What? Cat! Don't even know now if this one is weak or the other one or what's going on. I played both Ram Arenas and both are great, but we probably played one more because we had that PS1 going. Yep. Definitely. Yeah, I never really got warm with Smash Brothers. I definitely tried. Also, like, it was a game which was often played at birthdays. The one on the... I think it was on the Wii. I was playing Lucario and I was actually kind of good with Lucario. There was one birthday party where I played Lucario and it just didn't work out for like the other players. That was funny. Smash Brothers Brawl, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, probably. You never do. Once you're good, you're still shit in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Get Meta Knighted? Fuck that guy. I don't like to play that guy. Like, if I look at the signs above on the screen, this shouldn't be the one which is capturable. But if I'm being honest, I feel like I have not really attacked the other guy. In my mind, I was always going for big boy, so I'm a little bit confused. But since I was not necessarily paying attention, it probably was not always big boy. Oh, please, can you stop this freaking grab? I feel like this grab has a 100% catch rate. Which I do not support. Cause Lucario was Mewtwo in Brawl? Nani? Yeah, I literally do not know anything about... Everything is fine. I never liked Ultimate. Unpopular opinion. I wanted the story mode and didn't get it because I loved it in the Brawl. Doesn't the newest one have a story mode? No? Really no? I thought I saw someone... I owned that game, okay. And resold it, okay. Because I thought I saw someone playing that game, and they did like some story mode where they could like go from one battle to the next, and were able to unlock new parts or whatnot to equip. I don't know. And yeah, I'm going now after this freaking annoying one I apparently can catch and can't remember I actually fought it, so... Well. That's not story, that's World of Light. For me personally, it's not a story mode. Okay. Yeah, I have not seen a lot of it, so... I'm very uneducated in that regard, so yeah. I know it sucks, but it's a story mode. I didn't even bother to continue that one. Oh, It wasn't a subspace emissary, but it is a it is a story mode. But yeah, I actually do remember the like story mode Yuki is mentioning, because was that game on the GameCube? Because I feel like a friend back then was actually playing that. Alright, you do a turf war. But I maybe should have waited a little bit and tried to catch this one. Because I kinda want to damage that one. Now both are low. Nice. Like if you want to call the Pixamats and Hyrule Warriors a story mode. Ah. Oh! Is the other one still here? No. I bet it's a great game for people who just want to do like online Smash and ranked kinda modes. Not even that? Really? I have like friends who really like the game in that regard. Didn't feel that inviting for 0815. Casually like me, who doesn't have friends nearby to play the game with. That sucks. Oh, Magnamalo, where are you freaking going? Stop it. Magnamalo point of view, people leave. Yep. So. It's just some characters can pull on you is insane bullshit, and the netcode still sucks like it used to. Only way to play Smash online is Slippy. Alright. The whole online service from Nintendo is shit in my opinion. It's so not optimized, what I've seen from players with a lag. Gotta say, the only thing I did play online with a Nintendo online service is, I think, Monster Hunter. I can't remember any other game where I used the online mode. Like, if you want to trade Pokemon online, who gives a crap? But if you want to play a fast-paced combat game, it's kind of lost. Don't get me wrong, for just messing around and playing Smash in the party game sense, it's the best Smash has ever been, but Ultimate Comp sucks. It even sucks to watch, in my opinion. Okay. I see. I gotta say, I have nearly no, like, knowledge about, like, the party game aspect, let's say. But I have even less knowledge in the comp scene, let's say. No idea what that is in any fighting game. So yeah, about that. It has King K. Rool and that counts for something, because I love that guy. I see. Gotta say, one thing I kinda do not like too much about Smash is also that you have like this, I don't know, 10 season passes for 40 extra heroes. Maybe that's exaggerated, but I feel it's not too much. The song from K. Rool is so true. That song is good. I'm not pronouncing that number. It's freaking huge, and I am not counting that to like do that. No way. Also, yeah, not only does Nintendo's online suck real bad, but all recent first-party IPs have been pretty bad. That's sad. By the way, Yuki. Probably it's paid. So I hate it. But people get so confused sometimes when to read our shit. Yes. But something else. Do you remember? You have to remember freaking Pokemon Stadium. And Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 are coming to Nintendo Switch for the N64. Yo! I know, bitch! Oh, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god! The Chanera and the eye catch and stuff. It was like, oh my god, I remember that game. But then I have an N64 with both. Yeah, I know. But I had to instantly think about that, and yeah. It's pretty high, but you need the Nintendo Online sub, which sucks real bad again. Yep. And that's the reason why I guess if it comes to that, I probably rather buy an N64 than paying for that, I guess. I get the big online pack for €14 with family share every year. Oh. Also GoldenEye Remake, WTF. I can't... I never played GoldenEye, so yeah. Like the family pack with the expansion. True. I don't know, it's shared with other people. Yeah, I have like no people to share it with, so $14 a year is fine, definitely. Well, I got it with randoms. Ah! How dare you, Yuki? You can join ours. I think we still got a slot free. Oh, really? That is interesting. If somewhere would be some... Gotta ask Leonard, he's managing that? By the way, we have a new apprentice. And the apprentice's name is Leonard. It's kind of funny. Because look-wise, our apprentice is actually like reminding me a little bit of like, let's say, your Leonard Schlins. It was really funny when I saw him for the first time, and then he said, "Hey, my name is Leonard," and I'm like, "Okay." So yeah, it was really funny. I just bought fabric for like $100. I don't know how I feel about my life. That is a lot, but you're doing, as far as I've seen it, nice stuff with it, so I guess it was worth it? Oh, wait till you see what I do with it? Oh. Oh. And wait till you see the motive? Oh. I'm not sure if that is like, if I show you, you are getting hyped, or if it's, if I show you, you will understand why I am maybe overthinking my life decisions. Oh, it's big poggies? Both. Oh. Okay, both. Perfect. IT guys do be IT guys? I guess. That's a lot, but if you're buying in that amount, it's probably worth it. It's literally going to be a Poggers plush, calling it now. Button big. Ah, lol. No plushes. One thing will be the best blanket ever. This is confusing me. Also, what was that leg? He wants to talk to me, I guess. Is it a blanket with a hood and sleeves? Pause, champ. Oh, the Argosy pickup box is full. Alright, Fugen. Ham and whole. Okay. Fugen, the Elder, can now accompany you on support surveys. Cups of Friendship! We've obtained an award. Great. What am I doing here? Where's my Argosy box? I do not remember shit in this village. Let's just go back. I already have a POC one, but I got like heavy trouble with my old sewing machine back in the day. So you can see the rage in the end product, as I didn't give a shit anymore. Lol. Doing a patchwork blanket with like 30 patches isn't that easy or fast, and when your sewing machine thinks it could just stop doing what you're asking it to cause it's pretending to not be able to, you go rage. Oh, goodness. That sounds lovely. Maybe you should, like, overthink your relationship with that sewing machine. I don't know if I, like, have, time. Yeah. Ah. Oh, Shagaru Magala. I mean, that is something I need. So we could maybe talk about that. Yeah, I sold it. Perfect. And then bought a new one for 250 bucks. I see. Argosy Bucks is on the other side of the town. Pepe Hands really prefer the new placement of all the things. Yeah, here you have like it all in one area, and in the other, let's call it city, even though it's a village. It's all over the place. Literally. So mercenaries were done as well. I don't know. Oh, did I? Oh. Well, whatever. Let's go. Now we have a way better relationship. Might be because it's a different sewing machine. Bird loaves outlined. Oh my god, it's so cute! It's little cute birdos. Kind of like chibi style birdos. Oh, it's so cute! Logan tell me it's not promising. That's like fucking adorable as fuck. I can't even... Yes. I don't know what I expected from you, but this fits it 100%. Definitely fits. Can I just ignore your other comments above that section? It has my name on it? Yep. Definitely. So, Argosy, that was my main goal to actually be here. And let's go budget. Only had to import it from the US. Great. Oh, Ah. So now it's crossing my thing. So now it's crossing my fingers. It actually ends up delivered to me one day. Yep. Kind of feel like my light is like flimmering. Actually, it's annoying. It just started like 10 seconds ago. Slightly? But at least it's only slightly on cam then. Holy, for me it feels like not so slightly. And I think I fixed it. Disco Kipi? Yeah, no. No. Also, I do not remember if I showed that, but I have a new chair. It was expensive, but so far it feels like a good quality, and also so far I feel like it also is doing a little bit for my pose, so hoping the best. Alright, before I forget again, options. Wrong button. Options. Controls. Buttons for Wyvern riding. Weapon. D. A. Yes, please. It is secret lab chair. Yep. Is it secret lab chair? Yep, it is. I somehow thought like it was not a crit. I'm so smart, yeah. By the way, you down for some anomaly quests now or still playing solo? We could do some anomaly quests. I'm so smart. Yeah, as always. By the way, Yuki, I am trying to figure out a game. Let's say work, sleep, stream, study, and gaming balance. It's a lot to balance. And yeah, I'm about to like figuring it out. But if you have time, you can like hit me up so that we can play some Digimon or Keeper. I'm so confused where this is going. I'm so smart, didn't age well, huh? Yeah, I'll see the next days. I'll be working on the weekend that I know. Like 12-hour working. Ew! By the way, Shlins, you got me. I actually was like planning on do the follower quest with the Shagaru Magala. But I, of course, totally forgot about that, so... Yeah. But all good, it's not running away, and anomaly quests I have to do anyway as well, so... Ah. But yeah, so far I actually let's go. Striking while not focused. Yep. Last weekend was 12-hour shift on both days, cause normally feeding all the birds 3 times a day already costs a lot of time, and then we have 3 birds for hand raising at the moment. You are perma running around. Ooh, 3 birds for hand raising? Wow. That sounds rough. That sounds rough. And 1 is special needs. Ooh, with its crippled legs. Oh no, that sounds horrible. Can you like stabilize the legs or like do something? Kinda horrible, but it's gotten better. That sounds good though, that sounds good. You can take the questions. We taped it and still tape it sometimes and do physio, weirdly enough. Yeah, but I think it makes sense, right? We don't know if she will have a chance when she's completely grown up. Yeah, but I mean, I think I would like to try to. Because it would be very sad to like not like help that bird growing up, and it would have turned out okay in the end. If there is no way for her to properly move on her own, we will put her to sleep. Yeah. Am I still online? Can I press A? Yes. Well, for me, my program I used to like see the game on my PC just froze and crashed. And I was unsure if it was a complete crash or whatever. Streamlabs go bye-bye? No, Streamlabs is actually fine. But the game went bye-bye, at least on my PC. But wait, don't worry, I'm just here for a few quests, after that you can continue on your follow hunt. All good, all good. I mean, I won't be streaming for too much longer, so all good, all good. No stress. Gotta be on my way too now. Okie dokie. Thank you, Yuki. Nice to have had you around again. By the way, any reason you went with Izuchi? Schlins? Yeah, see you around, Yuki. Also nice icon you got there next to your name. Research request, I think. Uh-huh. You think? Someone seems to be very sure about the purpose of this quest. But yet, to be fair, I need, like... Izuchi gives Pelt, right? I need Pelt anyway. And... it will give some other useful items probably as well. I just picked the one with the book next to it. Ah. Okay, yeah, then it is... it is Liquest. Seemed important. Yeah, I have freaking Anjanet. Level 71 plus. which I do not have, so yeah. Also, I don't know your level in that regard. No idea if you played a lot or not. I think I saw Leonard be online a little bit. But other than that, I don't think I saw anyone really playing. Let us say I'm at level 44. Ooh. Nice. Also, it's a freaking Izuchi. Why are we, or rather I, going for all the spirit birds? Oh, I had another. Bird to jump. I can almost guarantee that Leonard wasn't playing alone. I see. Okay. Woohoo! And yeah, I thought the same, but maybe I was not seeing the pop-up of any of like your or Rashi's name because of Leonard's. Nice. Oh. True. Don't really need... I'm just collecting the red thingies on my way, but stopping to type really slows me down. What a surprise! That nearly went bad. That tail got you good. Getting scanned here. That's how you call it, hmm? Don't poke your tail so high, you itchy. Good point, good point. What? Nice. Nice. That hurt. No. That was an interesting hit, my cat. There we go. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying to get red with Iduchi. Alright. Time to loot. Is someone typing again? Deep is my version of speed sharpener / protective polish. Does make sense in some way. Seems a little bit tired. I thought I had the timing. Oh! That was dangerously close, holy. I see. That's Unless you dropped in sharpness. Whose item is this? I don't know. Oh, that sounded so cute. Why is there like a cougar there again? Ooh. Afflicted Hide Plus. Guess I haven't had that already. I hope I'm getting some normal ones too, because I think I need the normal ones. The plus version probably too for something, but yeah. Got a bird Byron gem? Oh, congrats. Yeah, got also normal ones. I pretty much got no other drop from Izuchi than some hide icon. Not sure I'm counting the screamer sex. Oh, I still got anomaly research. Surprised about that. But true, I remember I got some anomaly 5-star finally. Some time ago. Look who else got the need icon. Oh, no. You go also over. And the bumsies. Oh, afflicted shell. Yeah, I couldn't wear that anyway. It would give me +5 affinity. Like the dire horn. It would do a little bit, but I'm not sure if that would be like worth it. I kind of don't want to do my next request. Bazarius. Why Bazarius? Bazarius is... I don't know. I never really was a fan of that monster. It was also in 4 Ultimate, and I can't remember that I liked it. Oh, speaking of Bazarius. I still haven't messed with the choreo crafting. Too lazy to read / understand what it does and what I have to look out for. Yeah, it's actually not that hard, I'd say. But I can understand that sentiment. This looks like fun, right? I've got an angel level 32 for you. It's too bad I need level 71. Is it further behind? I think I had a... Yeah, I had a Mizu. I have a Mizu. Afflicted Dire Scale. Nice. I don't know why, but I really hate Garon Golem. I don't know. This looks also... Oh, Afflicted Dire Horn. Nice. Not that I need that or something. Ah. Okay, Diablo's gifted too. Was wondering about that. This looks more tame, but still. Gotharak takes so much time. Magna... Oh. No. I wanted to press plus. I have another Bazarius. Literally just have been joining the hunts posted by the others and slashing along. Since G rank I've played the true no thoughts head empty mode. Oh. I see. And yeah, you only need to get materials. I mean, at some point or the other, you will get stuff. Also, Bazarius is worse than Laviathos. Lavazios. Okay, it really is that. Okay. Don't like, but can't hit me until I say so, game. I should have shown Yuki this quest. She would have hated this. Because it has an freaking Apex Azeroth. The nemesis of all Yukis in this world. Oh, why? Freaking Apex. Yup, that's my gathering mentality at the moment. Just gathering whatever the others need. Why doesn't Anja also have a freaking Azeroth in it? And then on top a time limit of 30 minutes. You freaking kidding me? Who thought that's a good idea? Anti-Yuki tech? Yeah. But I gotta say, it was for me also annoying, to say the least. probably can delete a lot of these. Baroth and Betharius. So are we just doing random stuff or should we do Betharius anyways? I don't mind either way, but I don't think I can help you with your Anja cause of... Yeah, I do not have such an Anja anyway. I do not have a level 71 Anja laying around, so... Just pick what you want. I do not, like, mind either. Just that if we are doing Betharius, I'm gonna switch to a poison weapon. That is like the only thing I have to say to that. Well, fine it is then. Manage equipment. No equipment loadouts. I mean, Blood Rite is cool, but I don't know. Let's take this one. Poison! These past 2 days were a little bit annoying. Oh, true. I should have told Yuki that. Because yesterday was so annoying. I had a nightmare. Went super early to work. There was something else happening, but I kinda can't remember what it was. But then at work, I was going to the toilet. And then I was already like sitting and stuff. And then I saw it on the ground. A freaking huge ass spider. And then I was kind of paralyzed. And was like, what do I do? Also, it was like one of these toilet cabins. So when I wanted to leave there again, it was literally impossible with always being able to look at the freaking spider and see what it's doing. And of course, it was easy because at the bottom, it was easy to move through if the spider would have desired to do so. I take from that you don't like spider bros. Nope. Especially since this was like not just a huge spider. It was like one of those huge spiders with a huge freaking body. The other ones are better, but the ones with this huge body and only little legs, basically, where the size really is the body, freaking not nice. So yeah, after I survived that, I was like, okay, what do I do? It was like 9 a.m. in the morning and workday goes on. So yeah, I was holding as much as I could. And went then home early because no way I was going back in that room again. And of course I had to go back to work today. And I looked everywhere, freaking everywhere. And I couldn't find that spider, but there was a new spider. But this time around, it was like one of these other spiders with like long legs and small body. So even though it was still annoying and can we not, it was bearable. But I swear, this place, the new workplace, is kind of haunted by spiders. And it's always Monday. Like, Monday seems to be spider day. At least for the huge ones. The huge body ones. I do not agree. Good old daddy long legs. By friends? World people happy. Happy. What are friends? Or do you mean like friends? People to help you? I kinda forgot the fact that this is an anomaly quest. But yeah, some time ago, also on Monday, like we have clocking machines, and next to one of those clocking machines, there was another one of these big spiders, and I had to clock in. I was like, don't you dare move. I will clock in and you will stay away and you will not move towards me, and then everyone is happy. But it was rough. No, don't go. I just got red. Can you surface again? Was not my best idea. I'm dead. Okay. I might have to relearn that they can explode. And that explosion is bad and hurts. And that I tend to always jump towards the monster when it does that. By the way, yes, friend equals friend. Alright. Wasn't sure on that one, so I thought I'd ask. Instead of maybe responding in a dumb way. I thought it's done with the 3 just for the anomaly monsters. Also, I don't know why it is like ingrained in my brain to say anomaly, even though it is anomaly. I have no idea, but I will try and fix it, hopefully. And yeah, that reminds me of Seraph, because Seraph always has it slotted, no matter the monster. So Seraph has no idea which monster or which attacks or whatnot can actually stun. Nice! Para! I mean, we should be a little bit good. On the explosion timer at least. Nope. Ouch! No, 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 no. Ooh. Into the air? You kidding me? Where did I get a fire beetle from? I didn't refill bombs? That sucks. Don't worry, I have Kaboom. Uh-oh! Ooh, lucky. Unlucky. Okay, worked. I don't like it. Running away, huh? I see. I haven't looked at subquests at all, I think. Not even weak right now. Well, that was at least some damage. Oh, da, 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 da. I can imagine that this is quite an HP sponge. Alright, nope. Sure. Yeah, go underground. Oh, I thought it was not hitting. Whew. Okay. At least it's not close to be dead. Nice. That went kind of fast now. Finally. Yeah, it took us long. It's a little bit sad that poison ticks are still only 30 HP. Even though afflicted gives the monsters quite some HP on top. So yeah, it is even less good than it would have been on a normal version. Which is a little bit sad. Poison is probably calculated from base HP. It's always 30. Or like, not always 30, but most of the time 30. But otherwise, poison would be way too strong. I'm not sure. Isn't it HP percent? But then mostly would have like the same HP. I have a hard time believing it is HP percent in this game. Maybe not. Don't think I ever use it in Rise. Jackpot! Gown Goat Bobbler. An ornament created using camera village techniques for a smooth head movement. Yay! At some point I will have all these thingies. Alright. Agnosum! Amazing. But still, I do not have that because it's too high level, but I know Poison was really broken, I think, in 4 Ultimate. That was really good. Rip was about to ask. Yeah, I mean, the one thing which sucks is that you are getting kinda fast to high levels, but you don't have the monster you need most of the time in those levels, because as soon as your anomaly level gets high enough and the monster swaps again, I have made the experience it is more likely to ask than for the higher level. Like, I don't know when it was exactly, if it was like level 51 or level 41, but either of those levels I just reached, and I literally had like only quests for monsters like way below that level. Way below, and I only got high level requests for the anomaly stuff, and I was so mad. But I also don't want to do Bazaris again. Let's just do a random one, probably going to leave after that. Okie dokie, sounds good. Unabara the Rookie. You are in my way. You don't have that problem if you're just joining other quests. Yeah, the thing, maybe they fixed it, but the thing is, I was searching for an anomaly quest where it has like the monster and the level I needed, but I didn't get a stamp for it. So I was very sad. And I felt betrayed by the game. Got something for you. All right. What do you have? Of course, just more tickets. Actually, would you be down for a non-anomaly monster? I just saw that I still have something on my wish list. Sure thing, sure thing. In before it is like Ceregius or something. Joking, of course, but yeah. I mean, how bad could that monster be? We just did Anomaly Bazarius, so can't get much worth, I guess. You get to choose even Rajang, Daora, Pyre, Kadaki, Teo, or high-rank Valstrax. Alright. We are cutting out already Rajang, high-rank Valstrax. And now it's a question. Let me have a quick look. Alright. I would definitely need Crown still there. The Aura also. And Teostra I'm done. So Teostra's out as well. Let's just say let's go the Aura. Just because I have a poison weapon equipped and I'm too lazy to switch. You figured. Yeah, I'm very smart. Ahem. I wish I was. Would make things easier. Would make things easier. Da, 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 da. TV is flying around. Oh, in the Citadel. Oh. I'm gonna... Figured. Just posting a random crest from the list, by the way. All good, all good. I have probably all the quests but one done, so... I do not mind. Well, technically, I think 2, if you count the event quest, and... Then I have like... Apparently one follower quest still, unless it's a support quest, I don't know. Or survey thingy quest, so yeah. Don't even have all the side quests marked once. Promising, promising. Give me that. Definitely can't remember where all the hunting helpers are, but let's give me. Oh, true. There's a nail. Take that one too. Oh, all right. I take it. Hmm. This is like the biggest of the things I've ever seen. Holy. Maybe the last one I've seen is so long ago that I can't remember, but... Kushala, don't leave! Yeah, no. Oh. Oh! LOL! You can use them more than once? Okay. Only one missing. We may be able to get that during the hunt. Birdos are flying and Rajang is leaving. Okay. What did you do to Rajang? Bro. Oh, Kushala coming here? No. Hey! Neko... wait, what? Kushala? Also, I don't know why I'm not laser beaming, but... I probably have an excuse. Not really, I'm just not paying attention. No. you doing? By the way, yep, that dodge was on point. And then Kushala is just casually running up there. Okay. Doing great? Awesome. I totally do not remember this. Oh. Did you refill your bombs, by the way? Asking for a friend. Amazing. Don't like getting screamed at. What did I say? I had orange. Did I hit the head? Is it Camellia's glaive? Yep. And that was far too close. Lucky I was moving while reading chat. And yeah, I don't know. I have a bond with this glaive. For Ultimate is like the first game I have ever played of Monster Hunter. And I really liked the monster back then, and I just love how it looks. Did you like get the flame wand, basically? I really like it. And for Kushala, poisoning is kinda nice, so actually a reason to use it. I still don't know how to play glaive. Don't worry, don't worry. Glaive is a complex weapon. I actually know quite a few people who are like, I don't know how you can play glaive. Glaive is like so weird. Looks complicated to me. Yeah, you basically have like the skin sack on your arm, and you need to send it away and hit with it like monster parts to get different juices, so to say. To get your 3 buffs. And only if you have those 3 buffs, the glaive is actually like okay to play with. basically. So it is complex in it alone that you like have to know which body part you need to hit with the Kinsec to get which of those 3 buffs. But it's fun flying around the monster. Definitely. And the glaive is actually was evolving a lot. In 4 Ultimate, you weren't able to do a lot of aerial stuff, but it got better in Generations Ultimate with the aerial style, which I did not like, by the way. I don't know. And then in Monster Hunter World, it got a huge buff to aerial movement, and since then it's like really my favorite weapon, basically. It is so nice. And it is not so nice that you are losing your buffs when the monster is down. The thing is, if you do not have at least your red buff, you are attacking really, really slow. This is pretty fast attacking. I mean, not as fast as dual blades or something, but I'm pressing once and I'm attacking twice. And if I do not have red buff, I'm only attacking once per hit. So it actually kind of doubles the strength, so to say. So, yep. And I don't know, for me, even though I was a beginner in 4 Ultimate, I nearly have not touched any other weapon than Insect Glaive. So since 4 Ultimate, I have played hundreds of hunts with Insect Glaive. And only a small amount with other weapons. Imagine your main getting improved at hunting or noises. And the sad thing is they thought they would improve the weapon and make it like more interesting to a wider audience. But instead they kinda ruined it for like the old school hunting horn lovers. I mean, I had to get used to like this flow of the weapon because I like feel a weapon. And the aerial movement does feel so different from World that at the start I really hated it. I really did. I hit it for once. But only because the hunting horn changes, I learned to love the land. Well, at least something, I guess. Would have been very sad if there would have been no weapon then really for you to play and love. For me, it is like really, really hard to imagine that they ruin Insect Glaive. I don't know any weapon I would like then play. No! 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 Ah. That was still okay. I kind of thought I would fall down more. That was unexpected. Unfair, Kushala. Mm. I don't know why, but I definitely have some troubles hitting Kushala's tail. No! Okay, Kushala out. By the way, I collected like 100 hunting helper, and I definitely used one. Not towards the monster though. By the way, I didn't have a main weapon till G rank because of the changes. Yeah, that sounds rough. I don't know. I really can't imagine to not have a main weapon in Monster Hunter. Also, don't ask me why I'm going here. I have no explanation for it, nor any reason whatsoever. Yeah, I definitely wanted the Thunder Beetle. Give me loot. I also don't have main weapon. Oh, interesting. So, how do you decide what to play then? Do you go by monster? Or like feeling? Or Schlins? Why is a tail in the ground? Alright, better. I kinda used this to maybe... Okay, never mind. Not getting the tail. But currently in love with hunting horn, lance, and bow. Ah, interesting choice. I mean, Schlins would approve lands. My sister is a bow main. I don't know, I have really a hard time with ranged weapons, so yeah. Bow or light or heavy bowgun are not mine. But hunting horn is really, really cool, especially if you like play in a team. It really gives you nice buffs and helps a lot. Have you played older Monster Hunter, or is this Monster Hunter basically your first? Remobra Feinheit? Really? But Emma Dip here, going to eat dinner now, see you, and thanks for the huns. Sure thing, sure thing. I actually also have like stuff to do, so... Ah, World was your first Monster Hunter, I see, I see. GG, thank you, thank you. So yeah, as I mentioned, I want to do some real life stuff. And I will try to go back to like normal streaming schedule. So I will try to be back on a Thursday. But yeah, let's hope nothing comes in between. So that I can go back to the normal schedule. Kinda missed streaming. But yeah. Studying was and is important, so yeah. I need to figure out how I like want to balance that in the future. And I hope I do not have to cut a stream, but worst case, I would go to 2 streams per week, but yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining me. Had actually a lot of fun playing Monster Hunter again. Haven't touched the game at all during studying, and was refreshing. Was refreshing to come back after a break. Really nice. Yeah, I wish everyone a wonderful day or night, depending on where you live. Stay well and healthy, and hopefully see us next stream. Bye bye!